Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. We're the Movie Couple. I'm Wendy.
I'm Dustin.
And this is our non-spoiler review for Pixar's Luca. Luca is a coming-of-age story about one young boy experiencing an unforgettable summer filled with gelatos, pasta, and endless scooter rides. And Luca shares these adventures with his new best friend. But all the fun is threatened by a deeply held secret. They are sea monsters from, well, under the sea. I think as soon as Dustin and I saw the first trailer for Pixar's Luca, we were immediately sold, not just because we're big Disney fans and we're big Pixar fans, but also of the color and the vibrancy that the trailer showed off. It just looked like a fun time, surely a coming of age story. But what we didn't expect to find out from the trailer was essentially the twist is that Luca and Alberto are actually not just your normal everyday teenage boys or preteen boys. They are actually sea monsters who can turn into humans as they come on land.
And I really like this whole story that they had with the coming of age story, but yet they're still fish out of water, so to speak.
They really leaning into that.
And I thought it seemed like when we saw the trailers, it looked like it was a really cute movie. The friendship that they were going to have between Alberto and Luca, and then introducing this whole new world. And it's also in a country that Disney hasn't really explored very much, which is Italy.
Yeah, they really haven't, and I love that they settled on this. They didn't try to go too big and have the boys explore, too big of a space, and was really condensed into the seaside town, which ironically, as you saw from the trailer, don't have the most positive outlook as far as sea monsters goes, as far as like their decor is like sea monsters, no harpoons, sea monster, come. So
the hero of the town is a great sea monster hunter, kind of a thing.
Correct. So it's funny for these boys to kind of discover life on land and kind of to what you said, the fish out of water experience for them, learning things that are completely okay under the sea and the life that they know, and things on land taste and looks and sound a little bit different. And I love kind of seeing like their awkwardness in approaching that, but also learning and being so fascinated by certain things that you and I would take every day kind of for granted, be like, oh, it's just a gelato, and they're like, what is a gelato?
What is this?
It's the best ever to kind of see the boys taste food. But this story takes us on it's not just coming of age, it's a story of friendship and learning and exploring and a pretty epic adventure, kind of going along the lines of like making new friends and things like that. We had a blast watching this movie. I think the best part really is how colorful this movie was. And this is not to say like Disney or Pixar films haven't been colorful, but this is like in your face, vibrant in the best way possible. It's definitely like a very much, this is a summer flick that you take your family to see.
Yeah, and it's great for kids and adults alike. I really did enjoy the relationship between the concept of friendship that they explored, the idea of how much you learn when you kind of go out and explore the world, when you actually go out and see other people, other things, and how much you learn and how much it's just like a whole new world, so to speak.
And I love the cast for this. We have Jacob Tremblay voicing Luca, and we have Jack Dylan Grazer as Alberto. And it fits it, yet at the same time, because you can kind of know, you see their faces, but at the same time you forget that it's them, because it blends so seamlessly with these characters, where Luca is kind of that very innocent, ever curious, but very loyal type of character, where Alberto is also, a good friend, loyal and things like that, but a little bit more mischievous, a lot more adventurous than Luca, also a little bit older too. So I think the personalities of the actor really kind of came through in these characters as well.
And I really do think that everyone can kind of attach to one or the other when it comes to Luca. Either you were the good little boy and followed the rules, or you were the troublemaker, trouble finder kind of thing. Kind of like, I'm going to go off on my own and explore the world kind of a thing.
Would you be? Are you more of a Luca or are you more of a Alberto?
I think I'm a little bit more of an Alberto, where I would want to go out into the world and I would want to be like, yeah, I know all of this cool stuff kind of a thing.
And I feel like for me growing up, I definitely fell into like the Luca category for sure. And also being an only child, and Luca is also an only child. So I think that's kind of where we see the parallels. But this movie is so much fun. You'll have just as much fun under the sea and seeing how things, how they live their life, the sea monsters we'll call them, the sea creatures, how they live their life, and how the people, in the town live their life, especially in a sea town where, like, fishing and everything is, basically their main means of survival.
And I love, honestly, one of the things that they're going to be bringing out with this movie is a lot of merch.
Oh.
Because there's a couple really cute
I'm gonna buy them
creatures and a couple little cute characters that I'm like, they're going to be plushies. And I'm like, okay, that's why those animals are in there, because they definitely make very cute characters and very cute merchandise. But also, one of my favorite, I'd have to say, is the cat.
The cat is the scene stealer of this movie. And I mean, every aspect of this movie is so darling. There's definitely a lot of heart, and the sense of family and friendship and belonging and things like that throughout this film. But the cat is just, doesn't need to say a word. It's kind of almost like this cat, it's kind of like I feel like a cousin of Grumpy Cat, a little bit.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if that was very much the inspiration. And there are some things, though, that I did find that throughout the storyline to be a little tropey, to where they fell into certain like story things that we've heard before.
Little Mermaid.
Yeah, there was a lot of times where I was going, oh, it reminds me of this movie. Oh, it reminds me of this movie. Oh, it's kind of a little bit of this. But they do a good job on being able to pull it off. And I feel like there were a lot of moments, especially more towards the end, to where it was kind of like, okay, time to wrap everything up in a nice little bow kind of thing.
This is definitely an all-ages, family-friendly film for sure. And you guys know, if you've been watching this channel and these reviews for a long time, you know that Pixar films and short films alike typically make us boo-hoo really, really hard. I did not have to boo-hoo very hard. Very light boohoo towards the end specifically, but it wasn't that like, oh my god, my heart is in a million pieces, let me just pick it up
10
the
minutes
floor.
into the movie.
Yeah, there wasn't any sort of instances like that in this film, which it's not a bad thing. I actually enjoyed that. It was just like a fun, you relax, you sat back and you just took in the scenery and what the artist was doing with the landscape as well as the characters. I like that the animation, what the characters look like, are vastly different from the previous, any previous like animations that we know, and I love that when they started to adapt a different style just to tell the story. But I enjoyed it very much. And with that said, we're gonna go ahead and give our rating for Luca, and I would say, for me, this is definitely a check it out. I think it's absolutely adorable, and it's going to be on replay on Disney Plus a lot. Not just because I like the film and I think it's so cute, but I kind of want to have like a sort of a moving background like on the TV, so when we're doing chores and stuff like that, the scenery can just be playing, because it is that beautiful.
I did find this movie very enjoyable too. I'm going to give it a matinee though. I think it's great for like a little family, like to get your family together and go see it. Very cute, but when it compared to other Pixar movies, it doesn't quite hit the feels as much. It's still a cute and fun movie, but I think it's definitely worth a watch, and definitely going to the theaters and seeing it. You have a lot of fun.
I think it's only on Disney Plus though.
Then seeing it at Disney Plus.
And there you have it. That is our rating and that is our review. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed this review, consider subscribing to this channel so you can get more reviews just like this one. Don't forget to like and share. And until next time, Silencio Bruno. Bye everyone.